All right, good evening, cyber friends. It's the Middle Man coming again at you from Walker's studio here, back here, Studio B. And we just give God all the praise and honor as usual, give God all the glory. And we thank Him for each and every one of you, the cyber friends. You already know who you are. I just wanted to say, I just wanted to come back. I was about, as a matter of fact, it's after midnight now again. I was about to do uh, a little searching on my what I should say is I was doing a little soul searching, and I was about to do a little bit, and I was trying to get my one of my music application to work last evening. Couldn't never get a certain part of it to work, and so I was going just about to try to do that again on this evening. I was thought about something, and I was looking for some information on YouTube, and I ran across, and I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna say the name of the channel. I'm not gonna even say, I'm not gonna even say anything about the person in question because I don't know them, and I don't know nothing about them no more than I just ran across it and on by accident looking for something else. I was looking for something else, and I ran across it, and listened to I listened to a portion. Matter of fact, I listened to the whole portion of the video, and then something got on me. Something got on me that I wanted to just kind of share. Y'all remember I told you that ever since I had that ordeal with my illness and everything, Holy Spirit dealt with me in the hospital about talking about being angry at anybody. And the Spirit of God asked me, the Holy Spirit said, "Are you mad at anybody right now?" And I said, "No," and I wasn't. As of yet, I'm still not mad at anyone per se. Um, he said, "Okay, well, that if you're not mad now, you can do that continuously." Teaching me something. Taught me a big lesson, people. But what I'm saying now is that what I heard today, I don't like it, and I try not to do it. And you remember I often told everyone, all of my cyber friends know, and me, I try not to do this. I judge no man or woman. I judge no one. I please people, don't judge, because I promise you, you will find yourself sometimes doing worse than the person that you judge. Don't judge. Matter of fact, like I said, both my grand, both my okay, actually, my great grandma and my grandma, my mom's side, my dad's side, one by marriage, my great grandma by marriage, which raised helped in the raising of me throughout from the time I was born up until I was like just about to well say a freshman, sophomore in college, and she was part Indian, almost half Indian, and my grandma on my dad's side was part Indian, half Creek Indian, and it was an old Indian proverb that said, before you judge somebody, you got to have walked in their shoes on moccasins for 3 moons. Don't judge anyone unless you have walked in their moccasins for 3 moons. Well, now, people, let me tell you something. Now, I don't know much about the Indian heritage, my Indian heritage, other than I got Indian in my blood. But I want to let you know that from what I do know about that old Indian proverb is this: 3 moons mean 3 months. 3 moons mean 3 months. From new moon to new moon is a month. It takes a month for the moon to go through the phases. So it's saying that make certain that you have walked in another individual's moccasins for 3 months before you judge them. That anything. But you see that Jesus told us we shouldn't judge anyway. Matthew 7. Judge not that you be not judged. But now let me tell y'all one thing that Jesus did tell us. Jesus also said that you shall know the tree by the fruit. Now he did say that. What are you saying, Mitty Man? Well, before I get busy and start trying to put together me some tracks tonight, I want to share that with y'all. What I'm saying is, we don't need to judge anyone because we all got some skeletons in our closet. All of us. There's not a person that's ever lived, and there's not a person that is alive now that don't have some sort of fault. We all got them. We all have them. Understand me now. Understand me now. We all have fault. But now let me tell you what I'm saying about this judgmental thing. You see, I heard some people that just straight out just dogging out some preachers and pastors and prophets and teachers and whatnot. You know, they're dogging them out, talking about they were false prophets and they were this and that. You know what? I'm not saying, people, that there are not false prophets out there, but I don't know them. You hear me? In other words, Mitty Man, God did not take a break and told me to take his place for a little while and gave me the insight to understand who was real and who was not. Jesus told me to wash the fruit. That's what he said. Wash the fruit. But he still didn't tell me I had to judge anybody. You see, I don't believe in doing it myself. Now, they're talking about Mitty Man. I don't believe in downcasting another person in their ministry, whatever it may be. Now, Jesus said, I know the tree by the fruit. Now, if you were showing apples, I'm looking for you to be an apple tree. Matter of fact, I know that you are an apple tree. If I go outside and I see pears on the ground up on an apple tree, something wrong. Something wrong with that picture now. See, an apple tree ain't gonna put out pears. So somebody lying there now. I can safely say that, but I still don't have a right to judge that individual. I need to pray for that individual. Because, see, first of all, why would I sit here in front of this camera and try to do teaching and try to explain things of the biblical nature that I do? Have Bible study on Tuesday night on Blog Talk Radio. How could I sit here and then downcast somebody else's ministry and call them a false prophet? Somebody will call me a false prophet too. Just like I'm calling them a false prophet, there's somebody calling me one too. That's just life. That's just life. But don't judge anyone. And I dare not judge. I dare not judge anyone. But I want all of us that are involved in the working of the gospel, all of us, I really want us to be at least tell the truth about the Bible. I ain't talking about now your weakness. Your weakness is your weakness. You ain't got to tell me, man, that, because I ain't got nowhere to put you. I ain't got to tell you my weakness because you ain't got nowhere to put me. But we all have them. Whatever they may be, we all have weaknesses. But what I'm saying is, you take that to the Lord in prayer yourself and just continue to do your work. Now, the Bible tells us plain as day that it's the way you tell a prophet real, the way you can tell whether one is real or false, is that you listen at what that prophet says. And if what that prophet says don't come to pass, you ain't got to worry about that individual being no prophet. Okay, y'all. You know what? I'm so tempted right now. I am so tempted right now. Ooh, I'm so tempted and itching. But I don't want to put that person in the position where somebody else could start criticizing or saying that we are putting that person up there beside Jesus. Because God knows I am not doing that at all. But I know of a female. I'm just going to say it like that. I know of a female that is a minister of the gospel. Also, can preach, can stomp down preach. Just like I told y'all about my other sister. Stomp down preach. But I know for certain there were some things that this young lady told me over 3 years or more ago. More like going on 4 years. Told me some things. and every bit of it came to pass. Now I'm just going to leave it like that. Every bit of it came to pass. Did you hear what I'm saying? And it is still in the making as I talk to you right now. And one day I'm hoping that and praying that I will be able to go on and tell whom this individual is. Matter of fact, I want to so bad, but I don't want it to seem, I don't want it to come off like I'm bragging or trying to put this person up there by Jesus, because God knows I'm not doing that. But I'm just telling you that there are some people that I do believe, and I know that I believe that God deal with and let them know things that are true prophets, because what they say come to pass. That's the way you know that that's a prophet. Now I'm just going to leave it at that. This is how come I say that I don't go around talking about other preachers and ministers of the gospel, teachers of the word. I don't go around judging them and telling them, because I'm one too. I'm a teacher. I may not be on TV every day, but I am a teacher. So if I start judging and criticizing others that doing the same thing, well, guess what? I'm in violation of, I'm in the same area. Somebody can do that same thing toward me. So I just said, you know what I mean? The person that, when I was listening at this video, the person could have been right. I don't know that. I'm just saying, middleman is not going to get involved. See, I can't see a person's heart. God can, though. I don't know. All I do is that, like Jesus said, I can fruit inspect. And I know if you call yourself a plum tree, you ain't going to put out no raspberries. And I know that. I got common sense to know that myself. Jesus done told about that. But it still doesn't give me the right to downcast and judge you because of whatever the case may be. Now, if, like I said, because we all have weaknesses and we all have strengths in different areas. So what I mean is, let us strive to do the right thing and to be good ambassadors for God and Christ. Let us make certain that we are doing the right thing and we are judging and we are dividing the word in truth. Let us not just go and try to get cute and pretty and put our own little bit of stuff in there. No. Keep it like God give it to you. Don't see. I wouldn't dare tell y'all anything on this screen, on this camera, telling you that what God told me if God didn't tell me that. Cause see, I got common sense. Cause I know if God ain't told me to say that, it ain't gonna come to pass. I'm just throwing out there what I want everybody to think that I'm such a big who-undo, you know what I mean? Like I'm somebody. In other words, the Apostle Paul told us about that in the scripture, about this man that would call himself thinking he was something when he's nothing. You deceive yourself. So in other words, just stick with what God give you. If God tell you to say a thing, say it. If God don't tell you to say a thing, keep your mouth closed. And that's what middleman does. I wouldn't dare go and tell anyone that God told me to tell you this, and God ain't told me that. Why is God going to tell me your business if he ain't already told you? Now, I'm not saying that God cannot use other people to come to you to reaffirm some things that he had already told. But believe you me, I believe this here. If God sent another person to you, it ain't because he already done tried to tell you, but your head was hard and you didn't listen. So he had to do it in another way. See, God told Jonah to go to Nineveh. Yes, he did. God told Jonah to go to Nineveh. But Jonah went to the shipyard and got him a ticket to go the other way. So Jonah wouldn't listen to the voice of God by telling him to go to Nineveh. So God had to use the whale. He sent him to the Big Fish University. See, in other words, that's what he had to do for Jonah, before Jonah could wake up and have sin. So I'm just saying, people, let us be very, very, very careful. Let us be very careful how we pinpoint and try to put people in the bad light because of a fault that you might see them have, or something that they may have failed by the wayside at one given point in time. Because remember now, we are all human, subject to the same mistakes, subject to the same thing. And I guarantee you, you start judging and criticizing other people, you setting yourself up for a fall yourself. Believe me, the man, believe it will happen, people. It will happen. So what I do, and what I'm asking all others that you are involved in the scriptures or Bible study, teaching, Sunday school, preaching, whatever it might be. Just make certain that God, before you start giving people prophecy, make certain that God did tell you that, and you'll be all right. You ain't got nothing to fear. But if God ain't spoken to you, just hush. Don't try to, because you're gonna be in worse shape if you try to give a prophecy on your own, and then if people come to find out that you ain't nothing, they gonna call you false. Period. And really and truly, you are false when you do that. If God ain't told you nothing, hush your mouth. Now that's the only thing I will say. If God hasn't spoken, you be quiet. It's just like the song Andre Crouch. I think Andre Crouch wrote this song. I think Andre Crouch wrote it, and him and the Winans guy, Marvin Winans, I think. That Marvin Winans and some choir, they did about let the church say amen. God has spoken. So let the church say amen. In other words, when God speaks, you ain't got to worry about it. But if God hasn't spoken, it's best you keep your mouth closed. Because when people come to find out and you are a false prophet, they gonna put you in the dove. But I'm just saying, I ain't gonna judge you. I'm not gonna judge you, because only thing I'm gonna tell you is that if God has not told you anything, please, ma'am, please, sir, keep your mouth closed. Do like Mitty Man. I don't sit there and tell y'all never. Y'all can't say one time that I told you anything, but what I did tell you, I told you that about what happened to me when I got sick last year. I told y'all that incident. I let y'all know a little something of my ordeal about what happened to me when I was up there that Sunday morning right before I had my operation, that procedure when I removed my great toe. I told y'all something about that, and I know that to be true, either whether I was out of it halfway or didn't, or I wasn't. But I know what I saw, and I keep telling the same thing over and over. Now I can't lie about that, because I did see that. That whether it was in whether I was out, whether I was in my mind, I don't know, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest with you, but I do know what I spoke with, whom I spoke with, and I remember what they told me. And I said it was an angel. Then again, I said it might have been Jesus himself. But I do know what mine told me. He said his name was Dr. Rubin. I never will forget that. Never will forget. Told me everything that was going to happen to me that day. What I was going to have to go through with. Told me about the antibiotics I was going to have to take by mouth for 14 days. And at the end of that 14 days, the growth would stop. That's what Dr. Rubin told me, which I took for Dr. Rubin. But nobody seems to know who Dr. Rubin is but me. So I can vouch for that, because it happened just like the Dr. Rubin told me. It happened just to the T. Everything that doctor told me that morning around about 5:30 Sunday morning, that Sunday morning I had my operation that last year in February, it happened just as he said. So now I can speak that boldly, because I know that's happened. Either whether I was halfway out of it, or I was all the way in it and actually was seeing a vision. But I know it happened. I don't have to worry about that. But just to sit here and tell y'all that God told me this, God showed me, no, I ain't going to sit up here and tell them big lies like that. God ain't showed me nothing else beside that. No, I ain't go through no tunnel or nothing like that. I was laying there according to myself in my hospital bed on the 6th floor at Phoebe Memorial Hospital. That's where I was, on the 6th floor. I believe our room number was 633, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 633. But nevertheless, I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all all this. See, a lot of us, we put our own self in harm's way, and we would just let well enough alone. Now I got to tell you that God put me in a secret room and showed me this and he told me this, and God ain't told me to tell y'all nothing. You understand what I'm saying? He ain't told me to tell y'all nothing. No. God's unspoke in his word. God has spoken. Let the church say amen. That's all me and the man gonna say from this here time. And we just gonna try to get this uploaded, and then I'm gonna go ahead on and I'm gonna open up some music stuff and try to see can I get a few tracks done. And then I think Mitty Man gonna retire early tonight. Been staying up a lot lately. And I need to get a little bit more rest tonight. I need to go and catch up on the rest. I got some things that I want to do. It's ahead of me on the next few days, so I don't need some strength in order to do it, and I don't want to wear myself out. So with that being said, this middleman saying whatever you get into, if God ain't in it, please ma'am, please sir, come out of it. And remember y'all, let us stop trying to be what we're not. If God didn't tell us anything, just hush. Don't worry about that. But if God gets something to tell us, I believe he will give it to you. Then you can speak it. But don't speak presumptuously. Don't do that. And you tell people things and then it don't happen. You see what I mean? With that being said, this middleman saying peace and good morning.